What does it mean for a woman to submit to her husband? Please provide practical examples.
Well, it's simple. To submit to your husband is to acknowledge the headship that God has given to him. You acknowledge him as the head of the home. You respect him as the head of the home. God has arranged. He did not set it up. God arranged it. Christ and the church is the high model for the husband and the wife. Christ is the head of the church. The husband's the head of the house. So submission simply means this is the head of my home. The head of the children, the head of the skeete family, the head of the whomever family. Simple as that. It does not mean you must violate your conscience. The fact that a husband is the head, he cannot ask you to do something that violates your conscience. He just can't do it. Or ask you to break God's law. Cannot do it. Because you have a higher head. Who is that? God. Yes, you have a higher head. But when things are run God's way, that's when life is most fully blessed. God's, not society's way. The church must not be influenced by societal movements. It must be led by, thus saith the Lord. And because we're so blessed to have God's servant, the writings of Ellen White. But if you read what the Bible says about an ideal wife, in Proverbs 31, verse 10 to 31, a man who has a wife like that is blessed beyond measure. She's intelligent. She's a businesswoman. She knows how to take care of her family. She knows how to run a business. She has a wholesome reputation. The husband is proud of her. You read Proverbs 31, 10 to 31, you see that woman, oh, that's a woman. But God's order is the head of the home, the man. That's not, what's the word, chauvinism. That's a biblical teaching. God is the head of Christ, and there's no problem. Gabriel is the head of all the angels. There's no problem. The high priest was the head of all the Levites. No problem. David was the physical head of the nation. No problem. God arranged there must be a head, a head, a head. Your oldest child is above the little children. You don't put your 5-year-old in charge of your 12-year-old boy.